Hello, this is Mike. This is your Canada's earthquake report for September 9th, 2012. So we've had a few earthquakes in Canada, small ones. One up at Gold River at at a depth of 29 kilometers. And this was on the 7th of September, and a magnitude of 2.3. Then we'll go to the next one here. Is the same thing on the 7th. The depth of 20, and then a magnitude of 3.3. And that was up at Fort McPherson. That's 200 kilometers south of Fort McPherson, which is on the very northern tip of the Yukon. So I'd also like to give thanks to PolarisNet.com and Natural Resources Canada for all the information we're about to see. And as you can see, we've had a bunch of small ones in the last week. We'll go down here. We had a 2.9, and that was a mining related event. So I've pulled up the smaller ones in the possibles, mine related, possible blasts. You'll see here. There's 3 of them. So we're not, they're just trying to figure out, well, they're not quite sure it's possible. They're not quite sure if it's a blast or what it is. So they chalk it up to that. And as you can see, Fort McPherson, where was it here? Right down here has also had one days ago, also a 2.5. Port Hardy had a 3.1 here, and that was on the 4th. So yeah, it's been a little bit shaky, just small ones. We'll go to the map here. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. That gives us an idea. There's been a few around there. That's a new spot off the top of the lakes. And then of course up through Maine, Gulf of Lawrence. And of course on the coast of BC. Okay, now we'll tread over to Polaris.net. Oh, doesn't want to go. There we go. We'll see in Costa Rica we've had a 7.6. This was back on the 5th of this month of September, and this hasn't been updated lately. I'm sorry, there hasn't been a whole lot other than what's been going on in the Philippines here and Costa Rica. There's been a lot of aftershocks. So you'll see is a depth of 40.8 kilometers, a magnitude of 7.6 in Costa Rica. And then we'll go to the next one, Santa Cruz Islands region, or Santa Cruz Islands. This is a 5.9 at a depth of 19.2, and this was back on the 5th also. Now we had 2 of them on the 4th on the Philippine Islands region, 2 5.5s, between 30 and 35 kilometers deep. And this is aftershocks from the, well, it was a, I think it was a 7.6, and this was the very start of the month. So the 1st, I think, 1st or 2nd it happened. So these are still aftershocks. And as you can see, there's 3 of them lined up here. So yeah, that's been a relatively calm week on Canada's coast. We have a small swarm off the coast of Vancouver Island, but nothing that registered much over a 2.5. So things are shaking a little bit out there. We'll just go to, we'll take a look here. These are seismic centers, or seismic reading posts around Canada. So we'll go right off to St. John's here and see what they say, what it looks like out there. And come on, Pooter. There you go. So you see, this is right off the coast, and so you're getting strong winds, etc., and ships going by, so you'll be seeing that too. What I see here is a lot of strong wind There's a few little bleeps on there, but relatively it's calm, and this is what it looks like if you're right on the coast with strong winds. So we'll go to another one here. I did notice a little bit of action down in this area of Montreal, but it's much the same thing. I think it's just your background. Come on, Cooter. There we go. As you can see, it's the same thing. It's all even on the bottom here. So it's just your background noise. And as this is right in Montreal, it's a pretty busy place. We'll go to one more. How about this one here? Kingston, Ontario. See what's going on in Kingston. Okay, that's showing a little bit more. You can actually see a little bit of something going on there. Things are shaking a little bit, but very slightly. Right up, this was 5 hours ago, approximately. This is 3 hours behind us, plus we got 2 hours of time here. So it's about 5 hours ago that you had this little cluster here. And as you can see up top, it is really quiet at the moment. Nothing going on, very little bleeping. And you can see at the top here, every time it does, you get a little bleep. Okay. So this has been Mike, and we'll bring you another report in about 7 days if nothing else happens earlier. Thank you. Bye now.